Earnhardt Jr. He drives the number 88 Amp Energy National Guard Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. Dale comes in here fourth in points. Dale, talk about your outlook here at Kansas Speedway, coming off the Coke 600, and certainly your race team is showing that it's made us some stuff here this year.
Yeah, we're doing well. Pretty happy with how we've been able to run. We had a couple strings of finishes at Richmond and Dover and Darlington that were, the finishes weren't that great. We had a little bit better car than we finished, and then we kind of struggled at the All-Star race. Then to go to the 600 and run as well as we did, it really kind of turned my view around of the team. I thought we were kind of struggling a little bit, and are starting to hit a little bit of a rough patch, and we really run good at Charlotte, and that's that was a good feeling, and hopefully we can. 1.5 mile stuff's been real good so far this year, and I got this one car that I really like a lot, and hopefully I can have a few more favorites out of the garage over the course of the summer, and not really, it's tough when you kind of become dependent on one single car, and you sort of get narrow-minded about how you're going to run in other cars versus the one you like the most. And so I'm trying to keep my mind open to the other cars we got in the shop, the other new stuff we're building, and I'm sure we're going to have some cars that we're going to be happy to take into the last half of the season and run every week.
Questions for Dale? If you have one, raise your hand. Let's go to Jim and then to Bob.
Jim Noble, PRN and Sirius. First of all, that one car you like, is it back here this weekend?
No, it's
okay.
I mean, I'm sure they could have turned it around if they wanted to, but again, I mean, we're building other new cars that we feel have all the opportunity in the world to be quick and be fast and be good cars, and I guess turning them around in a week's time is too difficult at this day and age, or more difficult than it's worth, I guess, due to all the components that need to be replaced and whatnot.
And second of all, just real quick, what do you bring from your Charlotte experience into this track other than momentum and knowing it's going to be hot? Anything translate from how well you did in the 600 to this place?
I really don't know. I mean, the setups are all real similar that you run at all the 1.5 miles, so we might tweak on them a little bit here and there, but the direction and the ideas and the theories are all kind of the same, and it's been working pretty good for us. Now we have we're still working real hard to try to find out where some speed is for qualifying, and we went in a totally new direction in qualifying for Dover and Charlotte. And although we didn't get to qualify at Dover and we didn't really qualify well at Charlotte, the difference in how the car drove and how comfortable I was with the car and being able to jump out there and run fast for one lap, I think we made some real good gains there. So I think we're going to start to see some improvement in that department to make the races easier for us. And just we'll just have to see how what this place is like. Looks like there's some more tar strips, seams and stuff, cracks been sealed up than what I recall last time we were here. Seems like all those track owners love putting that tar in them cracks, man. But it's like all they got to do for about a year till we come back. But we'll see how that's going to help, make the cars drive, and hopefully we can get around here pretty good.
Okay, we're going to go Bob Pockris, Nate Ryan right here, over to Dustin, and then to Marty.
Bob Pockris, SceneDaily.com. I know maybe we took a little bit of your not close to a win comment from a few weeks ago and maybe a little bit out of context, but it seems after last week you really feel that last week was a really big deal as far as where you feel your team is at. Are we reading you right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that we came close to winning that race, and we're we've done it a couple times this year, and that makes me feel more confident in us, having that opportunity again more often throughout the season. So I feel, I feel like that if we just keep doing that, and the luck's gonna fall our way, and we'll get to victory lane one way or another.
Let's go to Nate, Dustin, and Marty. Go ahead, Nate.
Nate Ryan, USA Day. Dale, I don't know if you saw, but like within minutes of the race ending, YouTube was filled with videos of some fans who were they were in tears basically because you had lost. I was just curious, like, did you see any of that? Did anybody tell you anybody about that? And what's your reaction to that, to know that like you coming that close can really ruin somebody's Sunday night?
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about it. The first I heard about it was right here. But, I mean, that's the way, I take a Redskins loss. I take a Redskins season the same way. I'm as bitter as I was at the end of the season. I'm still as bitter about it. When you're passionate and you care, and that's what, it's a cliche, but when that's all that matters, you're ticked till things get right, or you're upset till things get right, no matter what. So I can definitely relate. And that, that again, that extends itself, or that tells you a lot about the way the world is today and what kind of world we're living in. Everything's going to go straight to the internet. That's a way for people to express themselves, get their feelings across, show what they're thinking, what they want to, it's for people, I guess for those people it was a way to release those emotions and get it out, tell somebody. Sometimes you get ticked off or you tore up about something and you got nobody to talk to. I mean, I guess that's a good outlet for them, and gonna see just more and more of it as we keep on going down the road.
Let's go Dustin, Marty, Claire B. That might be the last one, but we'll see. Go ahead, Dustin.
Dustin Long, Landmark Newspapers. Dale, the car that you like, does that have a distinct personality to you? Do cars have distinct personalities? Would it surprise you also that one of your competitors is going to be in a car this weekend and will be making its 15th start since 2000?
Say what?
One of your competitors, Newman, is in a car that will be making its 15th start since 2009. They've rebuilt it and rebuilt it over and over. Does that surprise you?
That doesn't really surprise me. Excuse me. The car that I like, I only like it because we run well in it. I remember our first race we run with it was Vegas, and we weren't good in practice. So I mean, the car, it isn't the kind of car where no matter what you do, it runs good. I mean, we can screw it up, but we've been able to adjust it, and it likes adjustments, and it seems to respond to adjustments, and we should run, we can run cars like that, 7-8 times a year. So yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that Newman's car is going to make that many starts, and sounds pretty normal, I guess, to me.
We'll take two more up here, Marty and Claire B., and then maybe if you need something, you can walk out with him and Megan. Go ahead, Marty.
Marty Smith, ESPN. Dale, in terms of the excitement of coming to the racetrack to compete, not necessarily like weekend routines and all that kind of mess, but being happy to show up and drive, how would you describe this year compared to the past couple?
It's definitely better. I look forward to coming here and preparing for the weekend. I look forward to it a little bit more than I did in the past, for sure. And, when you run good, it's much easier to want to show up. And, when you get in, I had 2 3/4, 2.5 years there where nothing was changing, nothing was getting better, and, you get in a rut, and you just kind of, you don't know what to do to make it better. Obviously, what you're doing is not helping. So you're kind of at a loss and you get disappointed. But going the next week and the next week and the next week, you got this hope in the back of your mind that it's going to turn around and this is going to be the weekend where you have something to smile about. But 75% of your brain knows that's probably not what's going to happen. So it's kind of tough back then, but definitely this year I've drove some really good cars, and I've had some real good times racing and being in those cars. And I just enjoy competing where I feel like I should be able to compete. I have an opinion personally about what kind of talent I got and where I should be running in the races and who, when I'm close to that or doing that or matching that, I get happy and I feel content and satisfied. And obviously this year's been a better year for me, and it's could be even better, and hopefully we'll get to that next level. But for the most part, definitely having fun. Definitely having more fun. And when the race weekend sneaks up on you week after week after week, you're not so upset about it. Sitting at home's pretty fun, but now when Thursday and Friday rides around, creeps up on you out of nowhere, you're not disappointed about it. You're like, all right, man, let's go to the next one. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can go out there and make some more good things happen.
Final question, Claire.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. Dale, there was a really, really good column in the hometown paper written about you, I believe by Tom Sorensen, and it said that Dale Jr. Lost with class, and very soon he will win with it. And it was about how much class you had at the end of that race. I wonder if that was your raisins, your upbringing, or your own personality. And we rarely see you, kicking things and angry, which, given how hard you worked for this performance increase, it would be understandable. Can you talk a little bit about that? Did you see the column?
I did see the column, and I don't really know what that has to. I don't know really what why that's the case. I guess I don't want to disappoint anybody. My father raced in this sport for a long time, and he raced in front and worked and talked and worked with a lot of people that I work with today, a lot of the people that are in this room, a lot of people in that garage. And being his son, I don't want to disappoint anybody. I don't want to say anything that's going to, make anyone ashamed of me or I just want to be, I want to run good, I want to run well, but I want to act right too. And just when it, because just in the end, I want people to say that I was a good person and I was honest, and when I don't race anymore or whatever, that I was a good guy to be around and a good sport about things. And but mainly, just don't want to humiliate what my dad did for the sport, what he did for himself, what he did for our family name. Don't want to do anything that's going to tarnish any of that. That was probably all it's about.
Dale, thank you so much. A lot of luck to you this weekend.